Guitar's history can be traced back to over 4,000 years ago and likely developed from a long evolution of stringed instruments. Guitars and music are an instrumental part of my life, and the enrichment that has brought me is indescribable. The enrichment music brings doesn't come without a cost, however. Guitar production does produce a footprint on the environment. Guitar production has been on the rise, and on average, the US produces over 2.5 million guitars annually. Material quality and quantity can vary dramatically, but mainly use three primary materials: wood, bone, and glue. Focusing on these main components, I wanted to see if we could produce more sustainable instruments with greater focus on its footprint and compromise on materials. This can be tricky, however, as compromising materials often leads to compromised sound quality or tone. The perfect balance must exist, though. People are very sensitive about tone, and musicians and guitar builders alike pride themselves in being able to identify sound blindly. Three types of wood are becoming increasingly endangered in modern decades: mahogany, rosewood, and ebony. These woods are standard among manufacturers and take years to grow and develop into usable slabs. Spruce wood is receiving modern interest as it is not endangered or in threat of being endangered, and offers tones arguably similar to others. Guitar nuts also play a key role in the way a guitar sounds. These are often white slabs used to hold the strings to the guitar. They transfer all the vibrations between the strings and the wood. Traditional nuts are made out of animals' bones because of their hard crystal-like structure and fat content for reduced string friction. Companies have also begun to use artificial materials like tusk, a synthetic bone that supplies permanent lubrication and increases harmonic content. Glue is probably the material that's changed the most over time. Vintage glue is made out of boiling animal fat and connective tissue down to proteins called colloids. Most modern builders have adapted to wood glue that is synthesized by man from petroleum or natural gas. While environmental impact has been reduced, there is still large room for improvement in the future. While guitar production takes a toll on the environment, manufacturers are moving towards more environmentally friendly instruments. While this does sound like positive news, the real problem is in the consumer. Consumers look for traditional construction when buying guitars. They want their guitar to look and sound like the vintage guitars of their parents' generation. It's a market that revolves around doing things the way they used to. Focus on the fundamental materials and balancing environmental footprint with consumer preference will be the real key to producing more sustainable instruments in the future.